Welcome to our bloody kitchen, you lot. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of mushroom cultivation. We'll be covering everything from choosing the right shrooms to flogging them off for a tidy profit. So put on your aprons, grab your knives, and let's get down to business. Right, you want to be a mushroom magnate, eh? Well, first things first, do your bloody homework. This isn't some amateur cooking show. This is about running a proper business. Start by figuring out what kind of mushrooms people are actually buying. Stick to the classics, the ones that'll fly off the shelves. Learn your craft. There are tons of online courses, workshops, and books out there. Get stuck in and learn from the best. Visit a local mushroom farm, talk to the growers, see how it's done in the real world. Finally, write a bloody business plan. Without a plan, you're just a donkey with a dream. Now that you have got your head screwed on straight, it's time to choose your mushrooms. Start simple, you donkey. Pick one or two types of mushrooms that are in high demand and relatively easy to grow. Oyster mushrooms and shiitakes are good choices for beginners. Think about your climate, you numpty. Mushrooms are fussy buggers. Make sure the mushrooms you choose can actually grow in your neck of the woods. Or be prepared to create the right environment indoors. Don't be afraid to experiment a bit, but start small. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And for crying out loud, taste your product. You can't sell something you wouldn't eat yourself. Listen up, you lot. You've got your plan, you've got your mushrooms. Now you need somewhere to grow the bloody things. First, decide whether you're going to grow indoors or outdoors. Indoors gives you more control over the environment, but outdoors can be cheaper and easier to manage. A spare room, a basement, even a bloody closet can work. Just make sure it's clean, dry, and well ventilated. If you're growing indoors, you'll need to control the temperature, humidity, and light. Keep it clean. Mushrooms are like sponges. They absorb everything around them. So if you're growing in a dirty, dusty environment, guess what? You're going to end up with dirty, dusty mushrooms. Right, you've got your space. Now it's time to turn it into a mushroom paradise. First things first, shelves. You need to maximize your growing space, and shelves are the way to do it. Get some sturdy shelves, make sure they're spaced properly, and for God's sake, make sure they're level. We don't want any mushroom avalanches, do we? Mushrooms don't need a lot of light. In fact, too much can actually harm them. A few fluorescent bulbs will do the trick, just enough to see what you're doing. Mushrooms need to breathe, just like you and me. Make sure you've got good airflow in your growing area. Finally, temperature and humidity. Mushrooms are fussy buggers, remember? They need the perfect temperature and humidity to thrive. Invest in a good thermometer and hygrometer and keep a close eye on those readings. The substrate is the foundation of your mushroom empire. It's the bedrock upon which your entire cultivation process rests. Get this wrong, and the whole thing crumbles faster than a burnt meringue. Just like a failed baking attempt, a poor substrate can ruin everything. First, you need to choose the right substrate for the type of mushroom you're growing. This decision is crucial and can make or break your cultivation efforts. Different mushrooms have different tastes, just like you lot. Some like straw, some like sawdust, some like coffee grounds. Each type of substrate offers unique nutrients and benefits. Do your research and choose wisely. Next, sterilization. This is non-negotiable. Without proper sterilization, your substrate can become a breeding ground for unwanted organisms. You need to kill off any unwanted bacteria or fungi that might be lurking in your substrate. These contaminants can outcompete your mushrooms for resources. You can sterilize using heat or chemicals depending on your resources and preferences. But whatever you do, make sure it's done properly. Incomplete sterilization can lead to contamination and failed crops. Once your substrate is sterilized, it's ready for the next step. It's time to pasteurize it. Pasteurization helps to further reduce the microbial load. This is like giving it a good hot bath to kill off any last remaining nasties. It's an extra layer of protection for your mushrooms. Finally, you need to adjust the moisture content of your substrate. The right moisture level is critical for mushroom growth. Too wet, and your mushrooms will drown. Excess water can lead to mold and other issues. Too dry, and they'll shrivel up and die. Lack of moisture can stunt their growth and reduce yields. Aim for a moisture content of around 60 to 70%. This balance ensures your mushrooms have the best environment to thrive. Right, you've got your substrate prepped and ready to go. This is the foundation of your mushroom cultivation journey, and getting it right is crucial. The substrate is essentially the bed where your mushrooms will grow, so it needs to be perfect. Now it's time for the main event, inoculation. This is the moment where you introduce life to your substrate. This is where you introduce the mushroom spores or spawn to the substrate. It's a delicate process that requires precision and care. Think of it like a microscopic dinner party where you're introducing the guests to the buffet. Hygiene is paramount here. Just like you wouldn't want dirty hands at a dinner party, you don't want any contaminants in your substrate. Wear gloves, sterilize your equipment, and work in a clean environment. This ensures that your mushroom spores have the best chance to thrive without competition from unwanted bacteria or mold. Any contamination at this stage and you can kiss your mushroom dreams goodbye. Contaminants can quickly overrun your substrate, leaving you with nothing but disappointment. Once you've inoculated your substrate, it's time for the incubation period. This is a critical phase where patience is key. This is where the magic happens. Over the next few weeks, you'll witness the incredible transformation as the mycelium starts to take over. The mycelium, which is the root-like structure of the mushroom, will start to colonize the substrate. It's a fascinating process to observe as the mycelium spreads like a web. Keep the temperature and humidity constant during this stage. Consistency is key to ensuring healthy growth. Think of it like creating a cozy little womb for your mushrooms to grow in. The right environment will nurture them and help them flourish. Don't open the bags or containers and resist the temptation to peek. Patience is essential, as disturbing the environment can hinder the growth process. After weeks of waiting, the moment of truth is finally here. Fruiting. This is where your hard work, hopefully, pays off. Once the mycelium has fully colonized the substrate, it's time to move it to the fruiting chamber. The fruiting chamber needs to have the right temperature, humidity, and light for your chosen mushroom variety. Fresh air is crucial at this stage. Mushrooms need oxygen to grow, so make sure your fruiting chamber is well ventilated. Keep a close eye on your mushrooms during the fruiting stage. They'll double in size every day, so you need to be ready to harvest them at their peak. Harvest them when they're young, tender, and full of flavor. Congratulations, you've grown some bloody mushrooms. Now it's time to flog them off and make some money. First impressions count, so make sure your packaging is up to scratch. No soggy cardboard boxes. Use breathable containers that will keep your mushrooms fresh and appealing. Target the right customers. Local restaurants and farmers markets are a good place to start. You can also sell online or through specialty food stores, offer tastings, create recipes, and tell people why your mushrooms are so special. Remember, you're not just selling mushrooms, you're selling an experience. Make it a memorable one. Offer cooking classes, host farm-to-table events, and build a community around your brand. So you've conquered the basics of mushroom cultivation. You've got your system down, you're making a tidy profit, and you're ready for more. It's time to scale up and build your bloody mushroom empire. First, consider increasing production of your existing mushroom varieties. Invest in more equipment, hire some extra hands, and ramp up your output. But don't get ahead of yourself. Make sure you have the demand to justify the increased supply. Next, think about diversifying your product line. Introduce new and exciting mushroom varieties to your menu. Experiment with different growing techniques and substrates. Offer a wider range of products such as dried mushrooms, mushroom powders, and even mushroom-based snacks. Remember, growth requires careful planning and execution. Do your research, analyze the market, and make calculated decisions. Before you start raking in the cash from your mushroom empire, there's one more crucial thing to cover. Legal requirements. These are the rules and regulations that govern how you can produce, sell, and distribute your mushrooms. Don't think you can just start flogging mushrooms without jumping through a few hoops. The legal landscape can be complex, but it's essential to navigate it properly to avoid any potential pitfalls. First and foremost, check your local regulations regarding food production and sales. This involves understanding the specific laws that apply to your area and ensuring that you meet all the necessary criteria. Every region has its own set of rules, so make sure you're compliant. This might mean looking into regional, state, or even national regulations that could affect your business. Obtain any necessary licenses and permits. These documents are your ticket to legally operating your mushroom business. This might include a food handler's permit, a business license, and potentially even a specific mushroom cultivation license, depending on your location. Each of these permits ensures that you are meeting the standards required for safe and legal food production. Food safety should be your top priority. This means not only following the rules, but also implementing best practices to ensure the highest standards of hygiene and safety. Implement strict hygiene protocols throughout your entire operation, from substrate preparation to packaging. This includes regular cleaning, proper handling, and safe storage of your mushrooms. Keep detailed records of your processes and ensure your mushrooms meet all relevant safety standards. Labeling is also crucial. Proper labeling not only helps in tracking, but also provides essential information to your customers. Make sure your packaging clearly displays all necessary information. This includes the type of mushroom, the date of packaging, and any other relevant details that might be required by law. Stay informed about any changes in regulations. Laws and guidelines can change, and staying updated ensures that you remain compliant and avoid any legal issues. The food industry is constantly evolving, so keep your ear to the ground. Regularly check for updates and adapt your practices accordingly to stay ahead of the curve. Well, there you have it, you lot. You've officially survived my crash course on mushroom cultivation. Now, get out of my kitchen and go grow some bloody amazing mushrooms.